Welcome to Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagisphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Corp, Beckers.
Last time on this podcast, we made Bear Witness. How'd that do?
We don't talk about Bear Witness.
Okay.
We don't talk about it.
You know what we do talk about? Game ideas that were submitted by you, our listener. At twitter.com, you can tweet game ideas using the hashtag GameMateCorp, and then we will take that idea and then we will put it where Bear Witness was, because it's not there anymore. It's gone, and your idea is there once you give it to us. So please give us that idea. Thank you. I think that's we really sped through the intro that time. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Now for the video game ideas.
Now to the meat and potatoes of this podcast.
We're literally
wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
We are racing a storm right now. The listeners hopefully won't know this, but we are racing a storm. We have been notified of a storm, and we are trying to get between the notification and the actual arrival of storm, complete this entire podcast. So, game idea number 1. 3-year-old makes a big wish, like the hit movie Big, starring Tom Hanks, and is now a basketball player boy, and has to do it good, or else everything is bad. So,
Bryce sounds like a little kid a lot of the time.
So
you gotta do it good, or else it's bad.
So I mean, this is kind of I want to say it's kind of like 13 going on 30.
30.
Yeah, because on Big,
Mark Ruffalo was in that movie.
Mark Ruffalo was in that one.
He was also the Hulk. I think I just came up with a game idea.
I mean, I think he's still technically the Hulk as of the recording of this podcast. But yeah, in Big, he just became a big person. He didn't no time took place. He's just a new adult is now in the world, and needs to fend for himself. But I think this little kid, it starts with a cutscene. The 3-year-old's watching basketball. And it's a like Mike thing. He's like, I want to be like, I don't know, and we'll make up a basketball player, and our new fictional basketball player, and his name's
Kobe Bryant.
Yep, that's
not to be confused with the real Kobe Bryant.
Actually, I was gonna suggest
LeBron Bryant.
I was gonna suggest that we created Kobe Bryant, and it's been a GameMate Corp creation this entire time.
Yes, we made Kobe Bryant.
Yes. So the 3-year-old
in our basement.
The 3-year-old is watching the basketball player NBA. He's watching that, and then he sees Kobe Bryant, and he's like, I want to be like Kobe Bryant. And then he goes to sleep at night because that's always how it happens. Like they go to sleep and they wake up, and then it's like, now I'm a big boy. But
I'm a real boy.
But this time, yeah,
he wakes up. Boy.
He wakes up and he's in the locker room of the big basketball game. And he's
sleeping on the bench.
Yeah.
His teammates just smack him awake, like, come on, Michael Jordan.
It's the halftime.
Bryant James.
Okay, so this kid goes to sleep, wakes up halftime of the Super Bowl, but for basketball. Which is the Final Four, but that's where there's 4 teams left. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the big basketball game is.
The NCAA. That's college, but that's a big thing.
I mean, we can have him.
He's a college boy.
Yeah, he's made the big college boy, and he's stuck. He's the game. Many of those movies, they learn a lesson and they go back to being a small boy. I think that only happens if you win the basketball game, because I think the way to learn the lesson is doing the basketball game good. Because if not, you didn't learn your lesson about how to be good at basketball. That's the lesson the 3-year-old needs to learn. So you control a 3-year-old who has just become a very big, Shaquille O'Neal size basketball boy. And now you need to play the game good. Also, I do think so. He has primarily watched the hit movie Space Jam and watched one game of the NBA. And the entire time, right before he made this wish, he was waiting for the Tasmanian Devil to show up and do his cool spin moves, which sadly does not happen. If we incorporate more Looney Tunes into the NBA, I would be their biggest fan. Oh god, that would be so cool. Every NBA team gets one Looney Tune. Like you gotta like base your strategy. Like we're the Tasmanian Devils. We have the Tasmanian Devil on our team.
Who gets the hot rabbit?
The one who's the good at basketball. Lola Bunny. I mean is that the one you want? If you were gonna pick one Looney Tune,
yeah.
What would your team name be? I'd always
pick the girls. I don't know. I would pick the
Yes.
The winner.
And in an upsetting turn of events, the winners lost today. No one saw it coming.
She was like the only one who actually played basketball, right? Except for, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but like
Shaquille O'Neal, whoever was in that movie.
It was Michael Jordan. Also
Michael B. Jordan.
No,
He's a movie star. He's
not
a movie
that
man.
one. Also the one Ghostbusters guy was there too, for some reason. He showed up at the end.
Melissa McCarthy.
Don't be that person.
I don't know any of the names of the original ones, so I made a meme. I made a joke instead.
I don't
make a joke.
I mean, I think I would go Daffy Duck just because that guy's my homeboy. I can quote.
Oh, is he? Have I not met your homeboy?
I mean, how many times have we actually socialized outside of business meetings?
How dare you?
Tell the truth. I know. That'll happen. Okay, we need to get back on track. I think this is the reason Bear Witness had so many issues. Was because we talked.
Say those words.
We talked about other things. Okay. 3-year-old not know how to play basketball, but gotta play basketball so good. Real tall boy, real big.
Watch Space Jam.
Watch Space Jam. Gotta play good. You control him. Do you know Octodad? It's a game where you play play as an octopus and have to control.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, actually no. Okay, I was gonna say it was gonna go like that, but I think this is gonna be like a Sims type thing, where, it's like a Sims, but you don't have full control. Where you can be like, "Hey, Sim, go over here," and then can be like, "No, I need to use the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna do what you want." So this is gonna be a deal of like, you can give. What's the kid's name? We need a name for this kid. We need a name for the big kid.
Well, they're naming kids really weird stuff these days, so let's name him Justice.
Justice. That's actually a character in Assassination Classroom. It's a good anime. Check it out. Okay, so Justice. Justice. Okay, so you can. I got hung up on his name. Okay, so you gotta tell. You'll be like, "Hey, Justice, go over here so that way you can intercept the ball," and then like he might just be like, "No, I stay here. I won't be here.
I see a lollipop. Yeah, there's a lollipop. There's a puppy."
Maybe you play as the coach. Maybe you're the coach and you know this for some reason. Like you have been clued into the fact that this is actually a 3-year-old. and not Kobe Bryant.
No, okay. So the kid is the son of the coach of the team, and he really wants to be a big basketball player
that
because he
actually be very
respects his
good.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the father watches the transformation happen. So he's like, "I'm gonna put you on my team somehow."
But this, like, the dad will lose his job. Like, they'll be like, you've been having a losing streak. If you lose this game, you're out. So, and also your 3-year-old, like, your whole thing's jacked up, and you as the coach have to get your 3-year-old to play basketball so good.
This is like the opposite of 17 again. Did you ever see that flick?
No, I only saw
Zac
once.
Efron's in it, and he's shirtless sometimes.
What's the premise?
I'm assuming we have female viewers, so I just wanted to help.
Acknowledge that Zac Efron's shirtless in this one. So if you haven't seen it, there's your chance. Because Zac Efron, I don't know if people know this, is never shirtless in movies. He refuses. He did it once on protest, but never again. That was your one chance. If you missed it, I'm sorry.
Man, that's a good flick.
Chris was doing a face this entire time. Okay, how can you convince a 3-year-old to do basketball good?
Tell him you'll get him ice cream if he puts the ball in the basket.
I could just see him like running up to people and just like grabbing it and be like, mine.
Mm-hmm. And also tell him that you bet he won't win this basketball game, because then he'll be like, I'm gonna win this basketball game. I'm a good babysitter.
I bet you can't put the basketball in the hoop. I get to. Mom says I'm the best at basketball.
Well, yeah, prove it.
Mom says a lot of things. Yeah, that's the game. I think it'll be fun.
You give him really good shoes.
What?
And a dog, like Air Bud.
Ooh, yeah. Can you get Air Bud in there, and Air Bud can coach him from the side?
Yeah, because I hear that dogs can talk.
No, he just barks. Like, I would argue dogs can talk as well as 3-year-olds can. Yeah,
they can communicate as well, probably.
The communications level is about the same.
Sometimes they give you the eye, and you know what they want.
Sometimes you can tell what a dog wants more than you can tell what a 3-year-old wants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Air Bud's the best at that.
So he'll just give the kid the look.
Yeah.
That means score. Put it in the hoop.
Whack it with your nose like I do.
Do the boop. Just throw the basketball at the kid's face.
And then every few minutes the justice is just crying. And
is there a rule about like, because that would be basically shooting a goal with your head in soccer, right? So is there a rule against doing that in basketball?
I don't think so. I don't think it's recommended.
Why don't
I feel like
either
people
of us play sports?
Because it's funnier this way for us to not know how the sport works. Okay, that's my idea, and it's gonna be great. Do you have an idea?
Good hustle out there. Yes, I do. It's a good one. Okay, so this game was on accident, and it's called Intentionally Ambiguous.
That's a great way to lead into it.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to make this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry, because it's good. All right, so Bryce made a joke off of a game idea I put where I said, oh, it's intentionally ambiguous so that you don't know what it is. And he goes, intentionally ambiguous. And then this is it. Are you ready?
Okay. So to clarify, this is a game idea you have stolen from me.
Yes, I do that at times because I think I like them, so I take them. So in this game, you play as an assassin, but the only information that you're given about your target is that his favorite food is asparagus, and he won his middle school spelling bee.
Okay.
And from that information, you have to track him down
I mean,
and kill him.
I feel like just the asparagus thing will be like super helpful. How many people's favorite food is asparagus? No one.
Right, so he's definitely...
This one person.
You can probably track him by the smell of his pee.
Okay. To clarify, we do have a general location. We're not searching the world for this one asparagus lover.
Yeah. You know that he's in... I was going to say the state of North Dakota, but that's too easy.
Okay, then
Because
what
there's
are you
like
going to
less
say?
people. There's less people in North Dakota than in a city.
Okay.
Because it's empty. Ba-dum-psh. So you get like the city he's in.
Okay, give me a city.
You don't get a picture or anything. Okay, let's say Chicago.
Chicago? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to Chicago once. It's very hard to park there.
There's a big bean that's silver. Right? That's in Chicago.
It's Cloud Gate is the official name, but everybody calls it the Bean.
Well, it looks like a bean, so if they didn't want us to call it that, they shouldn't have made it look like a bean.
Yep.
I genuinely don't know about any other thing in Chicago. I think there's a bull, isn't there?
A bull?
Right?
Probably.
A big bull statue? A big bull statue.
I don't remember seeing the bull statue. I remember seeing the bean because that's a requirement. You can't enter the city limits without at least looking at the bean once. Okay, so this is a game where you have to find a man in Chicago who loves asparagus. And also won his middle school spelling bee. Yeah, B.
Yeah, so that's how you know he's a nerd.
Okay, but what's the hardest word? Okay. What was his winning word? Because I feel like depending on where he went to middle school, that like if you go to middle school in a smaller school, then your winning word might be like baloney.
Okay, but I won my middle school spelling bee.
Yep.
And that's why I put that as a search criteria, so that I could tell everybody.
Calling yourself
I could tell everybody I won my middle school spelling bee. And I went to the state level. And let me tell you who won at the state level, Bryce. Homeschooled kids. They came out of the woodwork.
Wow.
The top 20 positions were all these homeschooled kids.
I didn't know they were allowed to compete.
They are.
That's weird. Like, how does that?
They were the top spellers in their school.
They didn't have to beat anyone to get there.
Okay, but they beat us once they got there.
That's because I saved all the good spelling for the state level. They didn't have to use any of it. They didn't have to.
Do you know? You know a word I didn't know how to spell?
What's that?
Autobahn. I didn't know what the hell that was.
AUTOBON?
No.
BUN?
No. That's Autobahn.
BAUN?
Nope, you're getting warmer, sorta. You've been one letter off every time. AUTOBAHN. Autobahn.
H? What? There's no H. There's no reason to have an H in there.
It's German, that's why. Duh.
Okay, so what word did you win on your middle school spelling bee?
I don't know. I spelled them all right. So.
But what was the last one you spelled right?
I don't remember, Bryce. This was holy shit. I'm not gonna say how long ago this was. 14 years ago.
Because, okay. And would you say that you're a good speller now?
I'm an excellent speller. I'm the best speller this world's ever seen.
Ask
me to spell something. Car, C-A-R.
I can't think of a word that would incorporated. Hold on, I need to look up the spelling. I'm pretty sure I know it.
I'm not going to spell that. It's easy and also I feel like this isn't funny. Let's go away from this.
Ooh, there's a list of hard words to
Pick a
spell.
short one. It doesn't take so long to spell.
These all look easy. Borghese. Borghese.
I don't know if I know that one. Let me try.
Okay.
BOURGE.
Yes. Uh-huh.
O
Yes.
I
Uh-huh.
SE.
Ooh, so close. So close. If you had just stopped talking, there's no E at the end.
There's no
you
E at the
just
end.
needed to say S and you would have been done. You would have got it. Now you feel like a real
I gotta
dummy.
hand in my badge. My spelling badge.
Because see, this is important information to know, because you can't just roll up to any asparagus guy and go, "Hey, can you spell Borghese?" And they'd be able, you know that they were their middle school spelling bee champion because they nailed it. Because we're looking at a middle school failure right now, and she can't do that one.
Just to clarify, I'm a failure now. I was not a failure in middle school.
Yeah, but we're looking at the person we have to assassinate now, not who they used to be. We're not assassinating middle schoolers. Not again.
Okay. Not again.
So I feel like they only unless they're literally carrying around. Did you get like a badge, a plaque, or something?
No. I didn't get anything but pride that I carry to this day.
I'm not sure there's any way to really discern that someone was a middle school spelling bee champion.
They're gonna look like a nerd. They're gonna have glasses. And they will have their pants too high.
Can we just ask them if they were homeschooled?
Yes.
That's
And we all know, and if you were homeschooled, you need to admit it. Homeschooled kids are weird.
Okay, here we go.
It's not your fault. You were raised without peers or enough peers, so you're weird. Just accept it.
Okay, I think I figured out how to assassinate this person. Okay. I can't imagine there is that many places that have asparagus heavy dishes in Chicago. So you
do a stakeout there.
Well, no, I think you get a job as a server there. You need to be able to interact with the target specifically. You can't just be hanging out on the edges. You need to be able to talk to this person.
As a server, every time someone orders asparagus, you say, "Hey,
ask them
how
to
did
spell
you spell
it."
in middle school?
No, I think you ask them to spell asparagus. And then I think, see, if someone either does real good or fails, they're gonna be like if they do real good, I'll be like, of course I was able to spell asparagus. I was the middle school spelling bee champion. They're gonna brag about it either way.
That's so true. That's so true. Everyone I know who's a middle school spelling bee champion brags about it.
Yeah, if they do bad about it, they'll be like, I can't believe I got that wrong. I was the middle school spelling bee champion. They're gonna bring it up no matter which way it goes. So just ask them to be, sorry, I can't. Can you spell what you wanted? And then, frickin' soon as they say that, stab them with the asparagus. Cause we're compassionate assassins. We send them out with what they love most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sharpen it first? Because I feel like a lot of force would be required to make an asparagus pierce a person.
Well, it's fine because the character you play is actually a 10-year-old who wished to be a real big assassin boy, and he's real strong.
Wow, that's good.
Yep. So
good idea.
I solved your assassination puzzle. And then there'll be other situations, I assume. And
yeah, that's just my example. Next time you're gonna find somebody who the only thing you know is that they like chapstick, and also don't shave their legs. And you don't know if it's a dude or a girl, so that may or may not be helpful.
Even if I know it's a girl, I don't think that's that helpful.
It is sorta if it's a warm place.
I mean, I think not shaving your legs is way more common these days.
Not for girls. It's still more common to shave, I think. It's 75-25, I think.
I think it's more common, but like it's definitely not as like down to the wire as asparagus
that's
is.
That's the point. It's not that great of a clue.
Yeah.
It's ambiguous, you might say.
Yeah.
Intentionally. That means on purpose.
Okay. That one would be very, very tricky in that, because there's a lot of people like, are they crazy about it? Are they like
collect chapstick?
Okay, if they're a chapstick connoisseur, I think I could get it. But if they're just I use chapstick. I'm a chapstick person and I don't shave my legs.
They don't use any off brands. They literally use only chapstick.
Oh.
The brand name.
Interesting. Okay. Yep, that's a game and it's good and I'm proud of you. But now you have to say other things.
Wanted. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to say something. Everybody sit back because I'm going to take a moment to tell you something. Erin C is the bomb. She's our investor and she gave us money. So now I love her and nobody else. You heard it here first. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. But if you're curious about how you can get something like that on our very own podcast too, said by our very own voices, you can go to patreon.com/lastgeek and you can invest in our company. You can become a Gaming Corp investor. And then we'll say your name and I may even write you a poem. But no matter what, I'll tell you that you are important. Like Erin. That's all.
I opened the soundboard. Okay, I have a game idea. And it is a game in which Earth is being attacked by aliens, and your cat is their only weakness. Sadly, it's still a cat, so you must control a laser pointer to coax your cat into saving the world from invasion. I don't own a cat. I've never owned a cat. I just know that they're cats. They're temperamental, but they do love laser pointers. Can you confirm, cat owner Beckers?
I've never seen a cat that doesn't chase a laser pointer.
Okay. See, I can't see a cat chasing an alien, but if there's a laser pointer on that alien, I feel like they would be all about that.
The alien's gonna get effed up.
Yeah. And I think these aliens just like, they are allergic to cats. They will just melt if a cat even just touches them.
Excellent. So is this like a big open world game and everybody who plays gets one cat and a laser pointer and you go after the aliens? Or is it just you and your cat?
I was thinking it'd be a single player experience, but maybe it's a Destiny-like game, and instead of guns and shooting them good, it's just a laser pointer and your cat.
Yeah.
And then you can go to the cat store and go to get new cats, and then there's a cat park, and then you can have a social area where you and your cats can hang out, and then afterwards you and your friends can group up and go for a cat walk together to defeat the alien race.
The alien race.
Yep. Of Splangles. Splangles hate Earthlings, and they are allergic to cats. They've never encountered cats. It's like that hit movie where the aliens are trying to take over, but they're allergic to the thing that most of the world is made out of. You know the movie. We all do. and it's kind of weird. But this time it's cats.
That's better, I think. That would make a much better movie. And a great video game.
Hey, Beckers, did the storm start?
No. It's an airplane.
Oh. That's a very loud airplane.
It's gone now.
That's good. Okay, so there's laser pointer. Is there any other thing that a cat will be about? I think
Catnip.
Yeah, catnip. I think is like a super. It sends it into like a super rage and stuff, and it'll go.
Yeah, that would be great. I like it.
You got like limited. You get like one. So okay, I think missions are like. I guess that could be called missions or like hunts. You're like hunting out the aliens and stuff, and you can use one catnip per hunt. And so
I think that every once in a while, you like walk around on your hunt, you're going after aliens, and you see an open cupboard door. You got to close it before your cat gets in there because they're gonna go in there. You gotta close all the cupboard doors.
Yeah, I think okay. First few missions, the aliens don't know about cats. They're not ready. You didn't just like let your like there's just aliens like going through houses and stuff, just breaking shit, and then you can just like drop your cat in there and they're dusted. You got them. You don't even have to point the cat in places. But then the aliens learn. They learn about the fearful cats, the scary cats, and they start trying to like they like avoid them and are like, okay, we gotta stay away. That's when you gotta start pointing the cat to where they are.
And eventually the aliens get dogs. And then you gotta get like
dog
a
treats?
distraction. Yeah, dog treats, and you throw them, and the dog runs, and then the aliens, they didn't know much about dogs. They just got them because they heard cats hate them, and they're like, oh, what do we do?
Dogs are the best, and they would never be on the alien side.
Exactly. That's why they abandon them for treats immediately, because only terrible dogs would do that.
I like how you looked at your dog and said that like it has happened before.
He would leave me for a piece of cardboard because he likes to eat that.
Oh, don't cats like to go in cardboard boxes?
They do.
So is cardboard the greatest weapon against humanity?
Yes. They stop our dogs and our cats. All our protectors have failed.
Yes.
Who doesn't love a good cardboard?
I used to make big cardboard forts and rocket ships, and then I would be like, "Hey, look, I'm in a rocket ship," and everyone would be like, "That's a cardboard box." I'd be like, "Not to me, it's not." And then no one hung out with me, and then I did a podcast. So that's my game idea. Becca, you got one?
Wow, that was sad. Okay. Quit it! Oh my god. Bryce is 5. You're 5 years old. Don't interrupt my good game idea with your bad fart noises. Alright, so this next game. It's a big one. You ready? Alright.
Go on.
This is a game.
Okay.
Where you play as an aspiring musician, and you also happen to be the child of a big shot government man who knows all the secrets.
Okay.
What are you making that face for? He made a face. It's going somewhere good. Okay, I'm
excited for that time when it is at the good place.
It's gonna tie in. All right, shut up. You overhear your father talking about how the government people, they're going to go back in time and prevent the first guitar from ever being made, because it's going to, if they do that, then it's going to prevent something bad, like an a meteorite
Hippies.
from striking the Earth.
Because they hate hippies.
It's the butterfly effect. They don't hate hippies. It's a meteorite.
Every government hates hippies.
Hippies. They also hate hippies. That's just a bonus.
Just show me one government official who likes hippies, and then I'll
I'm a
show you a
government
liar.
official. I like hippies.
How are you a government official?
Shh. I work for the people that read out your text messages. Anyway, so you hear that they're gonna go destroy the first guitar ever made to prevent guitars from being a thing. So the point of this game is you are gonna go back in time to stop them from stopping guitars, and then hijinks ensue. You have to go save the first guitar, which we're gonna call Guitar Zero.
Okay.
You see, I could have gone a way that was just like he's a bad musician and been like Guitar Zero instead of Guitar Hero, but instead I went this really different, convoluted way to get to Guitar Zero.
It's like Patient Zero, but with guitars.
But with guitars, yes. So you have to go back and save the first guitar.
Tell me about the first guitar. Who made it? What time period?
So the first guitar only had 3 strings.
It was a banjo. At what point?
Yeah.
At what point is it a guitar? Or is it getting rid of banjos, or is it specifically guitars? Is there any string?
It was a guitar because I said so. And the guy who made the guitar, his name is Delbert Monzingo. He made the first guitar, or what would evolve into guitars.
Okay, so is it a guitar or is it not? Is this a chicken egg situation?
Oh my gosh, it's like the first guitars came from this. Okay, it wasn't perfect. The prototype isn't perfect. It's not the same as the guitars now. Okay, what did I say his name was? Delbert Monzingo. Delbert's doing his best. Okay.
Okay. So, is it a guitar?
Yes.
How many strings does it have?
As many strings as appropriate.
How many strings does a guitar have?
I don't know. I'm not an aspiring musician. The R&D department's gonna handle this. We don't gotta go that deep. You know what?
Tell me when.
I changed my mind.
Tell me
Shut
when
your
you think
mouth
the
because
guitars
I got
are
a
made.
good one.
Okay.
They're going back to stop the first electric guitar because that's how the meteorite gets you.
Okay.
Is because the electric guitars send waves into space and they call the meteorite to us with their waves.
I'm now on the electric guitar Wikipedia article, and I'm now reading the history of the electric guitar.
Yes, and that was made in 1937.
Patents from 1910 show telephone transmitters were adapted and placed inside violins and banjos to amplify the sound. But
those aren't guitars. Those are the electric banjos.
The first electric guitar were used in jazz, hollow, blah, blah, blah. Early guitar was 1932. Rickenbacker.
See, I was so right.
Did you guess?
Yeah, that's
wow.
the number I said.
I don't remember what number you said.
Yep.
1932. There wasn't an elaborate edit to take her saying 1932 now and place
1932.
Okay, so what's your character's name? Remind me.
Your name is Sparky.
Sparky.
Named after your mom's favorite dog.
As everyone likes to name their children after their dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me your pets' names.
Hero, and Noah, and Arthur, and Juno, and Mew, named after the Pokemon, and then a recently deceased Lena. And if you want, I could go through like the 20 rats we had.
I do. most of those are human names, so those would actually work fine. But apparently, this lady did the proper dog name, Sparky.
Sparky. Yeah, unfortunate.
I would very much appreciate for one day you introduce me to your child Mew.
She doesn't like to be picked up. She'll come to my lap sometimes, but
No, I'm suggesting that you have a human baby. You have a human baby which you named after your pet cat, Mew.
You see, I call them my child, so.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Obviously,
that's what
if I have a
Becker's...
real child,
Mhm.
I would probably name them Mew because that would be the most unfortunate name for them to take on. Although I had an Albus, that would be dope.
I wonder if that name was ever popular for like a half second.
We'll investigate that some other time.
Okay. Okay, so Sparky needs to go back to 1932 to stop
His father
his
and his government friends.
Yeah, from the first guitar being made, which was made by... No, he needs to make sure it was made. His father's trying to stop it.
His father's trying to stop him. Keep up, Bryce. Keep up with the lore.
So he needs to make sure that the first guitar was made. Does it need to be made by Dilbert? Or can he do some shenanigans where they stop Dilbert, but then he waits for the government officials to leave and then he makes it? Should he be studying guitar smithery?
I think that would work. That would work. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't work. And then he can stay in the past. He can be very famous for his guitarness. And then we end up with a completely different future. Because he also knows about, like, germs.
Okay. So
he becomes the greatest scientist of 1932 and later. Because he attended, like, middle school science. And... he knows about germs. He can invent penicillin. It's not that hard. You just like eat mold.
Yeah, I know that penicillin comes from mold, but if I traveled back in time before penicillin existed and had to make penicillin, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know.
Well, he can. He's a good student.
I would just be like, I'd know. Just keep mold around for a long time and then something dope will happen. I don't know. It's going to be good, I promise.
What if?
Yeah.
What if his dad's leaving in a week and he has 1 week to get everything he can written down and brought to the past? And because he's like, this is a good opportunity. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to waste this chance to not only invent the electric guitar, I'm also going to invent penicillin. I'm also going to invent the iPhone.
Okay.
All this shit.
Okay. How invested is he in the guitar portion?
Well, he has to because he's a musician.
Okay.
That's his backstory.
Oh.
That's why he wants to do this.
Okay, can it... I think it needs to be that he was like consummated, like he came out due to music. Like his parents did the nasty because of
conceived.
Because of a
I think
of a song.
Consummated's a little different than what that is.
Yeah, whatever. They consummated their marriage, which resulted in him. But there needs to be. It was a rock song, which requires electric guitars and all that. So.
Yeah, it was AC/DC's Back in Black.
Yeah. So I think he's got that goal of he needs to make sure the guitar stays existing or else he'll stop existing. But he is also a greedy boy and he doesn't want to do this other stuff. So if he messes around and makes the iPhone and all that and doesn't get that guitar made, he's donezo. None of it counted because he vaporizes from the time-space continuum. So I think you can, because or else, yeah, he's just going to do all the stuff and it's going to be a whole thing. So he needs to figure out how to make penicillin while still getting that guitar made. You know?
Yeah. Yep. Well, he can just let Delbert do it then. He can just, well, he's got to stop his father.
Yeah. So he's got to keep an eye on Delbert. Make sure Delbert either doesn't die or let Delbert die and then replace his guitar. Do the guitar yourself.
And then like his dad and his government buddies are all being really, really careful not to change a bunch of stuff. And he's just walking around with like freaking modern day clothes, and he brought his skateboard and
Okay. So I think this works.
Ninja Turtles.
So I think I like your idea of you've got a time limit. You know that they're going back in this time, and you're going to be able to sneak aboard their time travel vehicle. So you have an amount of time to like study stuff. So are you studying medicine? Are you studying like technology? Or are you learning how to make an electric guitar because they're gonna shoot Dilbert in the face and you got to replace his guitar? Because you could try and focus on protecting Dilbert, and Dilbert gets the job done himself, and then you could put all your stuff towards penicillin. Or you're like, they can kill Dilbert all they want. They can take Dilbert out of the picture, and then you just do the guitar yourself. You can
focus on training as an assassin.
Yeah.
Right?
And then
you get really, really strong and good, and then you kill, instead of inventing things, you kill certain people. I'm not saying Hitler, but Hitler.
Okay, that's another
way you can go.
Well, yeah. Well, I think this game will have a lot of different endings, and you got 1 week, and you've got, the game opens, you got this information, you get the cutscene, and then you can do whatever you want for that week, and then you go back in time, and then based on what your skills are from your week, you can do certain stuff, and it's about making the future better, the present better. So you could go John Wick. You could study all the good fighting skills and stuff and just take out the government officials so they can't hurt Dilbert. And that's fine. And then you're like, well, I'm just a real good punch man. Now how am I going to make the world better? Then you can just punch the baddies good and then make the world better that way by the punching. So your skills can still be useful.
Yeah.
So that's the game.
I like it.
This is actually a pretty good one. So you have to name it. You have to name it because sometimes we don't do it good and then we don't name them. This one deserves a name.
Dude, it's Guitar Zero.
Oh yeah, it is Guitar Zero. I forgot that.
It was christened.
Yeah, I forgot that this all started off with the bad pun.
Thank you.
Okay.
All the greats do.
I have a game idea, and it's because all the auto chess games are hot now. There's the Dota Underlords, there's Teamfight Tactics, and then there's auto chess. That one.
Yeah, there's
exists.
A whole bunch of knockoffs. Yeah, it's fine.
So we're gonna do it because we want to be cool, like who makes League of Legends?
Riot Games.
Riot. We want to be cool like Riot.
Except they only have one game. So.
Yeah, and then weirdly, Teamfight Tactics is a mode in that game, even though it's nothing like the main game.
Yeah.
Okay. Those games have their hot properties to turn into an auto chess. So we need characters for our auto chess, and I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking the Muppets auto chess, because you need a lot of characters. I'm sure there's, I don't know, do you have any idea how many League of Legends characters there are?
Exactly 145.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not all of those are in Teamfight Tactics.
No, they're exactly 51.
All right. It's good that you know those exact numbers off the top of your head.
I knew those. We definitely didn't take like a 10-minute break to Google stuff. That didn't happen.
Which like that is barely anything to work with. But luckily, with our property, with the Muppets, we have 965 characters to work with.
What?
I am looking at the Muppets character wiki, and there are 965 items in this characters section, including 80s robot, accordion player, Andre, animal, bull, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, ceiling ghost, Clifford.
Clifford is a Muppet?
Well, there is a Muppet named Clifford, not the one that you're thinking of. There's Bernie the Easter Bunny. There's Big Snort. There's Big Tiny Tall Sal.
Okay, well, why don't we stick with the Muppets we know?
Okay, so I think this. I've also pulled up a set on Wikipedia.com the list of Muppets. That is far less than that, but we obviously need smaller characters to be able to fill out the roster, because everyone's gonna want the Kermit the Frog. We can't give you Kermit the Frog right away. Like you got to get up to the higher levels.
He's a tier 5.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to figure out the information about these Muppets. Because the way auto chess work is they're about placing the characters, but a lot of it's about matching the types up. Like with you want a bunch of assassins because they'll give you an assassin boost, and you want a bunch of nobles because then you'll get a noble boost. So somebody will be like a noble assassin, and then you'll get those. So we need to figure out the classifications to give these Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down the main characters list on the Muppets, and we're gonna start with Kermit the Frog. What is he? What tags are we giving him?
He's green.
We're gonna go based on color? Just the green boys?
That's racist. No. You just said what is he, so I said he's green.
I think we'd maybe do I think we could do animal. And
aren't they all animals?
No, because if we're talking Muppets, most of the Sesame Street characters are monsters. Elmo is a monster.
But he's not a Muppet.
No, he's a Muppet. Sesame Street characters are Muppets.
What?
Yeah.
They're puppets. I didn't know they were Muppets.
No, it's let me look at the exact I believe Muppets refer to the ones that Jim Henson had a hand in creating.
A hand in creating. Because he puts his hand inside them.
The Muppets are an ensemble cast of puppets, characters known for their absurdist burlesque and self-referential style of variety sketch comedy. Okay, hold on. Let me go to Elmo. Let me look at Elmo specifically, because that'll be the test. If Elmo's listed as a Muppet, they're all Muppets. Elmo is a Muppet character on the television show Sesame Street. Sesame Street characters are Muppets. So you've got the Muppet show characters. You've got Sesame Street characters. I think even Fraggle Rock is.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know Fraggle Rock? Okay, it's before your time, after your time, in some.
I can't answer because I've never heard of such a thing.
Okay. It was a kid's show. It took place in the ground. Okay. So I yeah, all the characters a lot of the main ones are animals. Obviously Kermit, Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, Gonzo. Gonzo's his whole thing. That's been a whole thing about there's no one like Gonzo. Gonzo is gonna be his own thing, and the ninja
class where only one Gonzo gets his own thing.
Yeah, Gonzo's gonna be like an OP, top level. He's gonna cost 10 gold, and he's just gonna wreck shop. So okay, you cool with all these guys being animals? Because we got the Swedish Chef. And I think we're gonna have animals, humans, monsters, probably other stuff. So I think we'll roll with
humans.
Bert and Ernie would be humans, so it would be like the Swedish Chef and those guys. So
Okay.
So Kermit's an animal, but I think each thing needs at least two things. So what other than an animal is he? What's his class? Because you got like a type and you got a like a fighting style.
I see Kermit as a priest.
A priest?
Yeah, he seems really approachable. Like, he doesn't seem like the type that's gonna hurt people. He seems really, like, moderate. Like, Miss Piggy is obviously a barbarian.
Okay. Just thinking of Miss Piggy and Kermit, I think Kermit would be a musician and Miss Piggy would be a performer. And obviously those aren't like team fight tactics classes, but this is the Muppets one, and maybe it's kid friendly. Maybe we're doing this one where they do music.
When they're defeated, they bust into confetti.
Yeah, and they battle through laughs. Whoever, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
like
we just
Monsters
need
Inc.
Yep. Okay. Unless we want to give them all Dungeons and Dragons style classes. How do you want to do this?
That's exactly what I was expecting.
You want to do Dungeons and Dragons style classes, and you want to say I would say a paladin. I would give him a paladin because
he is like the golden boy of the Muppets, right? So like he gets to be a paladin.
Yeah. I'll give him. So okay. This is Dungeons and Dragons Muppets auto chess. We license them both, and it's gonna be great. Miss Piggy, also animal. And also, I think, okay, some of these people get 3 because you got your higher level people. Okay, we actually have to figure out a few things here. We need to figure out their classes, and we need to figure out their gold cost. Or tiers? I don't remember. What all things do we need to... What's all the attributes?
Tiers and gold cost are like the same. We can consider that the same.
Okay, so how much gold does Kermit cost?
3.
3 gold for Kermit. Okay, Miss Piggy.
He's a pretty good one. Miss Piggy's a 1.
Animal, and you want to give her barbarian?
Yeah.
Barbarian.
And her special ability can be like a threatening shout, and she just wails, screams at him.
And just like knocks everybody back.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Fozzie Bear. Now, Fozzie Bear, I think he's got to be a bard.
He's adorable.
Fozzie Bear, animal, bard, and what's his gold cost?
2? Depends
2?
what he does.
Well, I'm thinking he just like buffs the other characters. You put him in the back, and he just kind of raises the stats of everybody else.
Okay.
I think that's most of what bards do, and then they'll have like, I don't know, some sort of special that'll do something cool. I'm not that worried about that. We got a lot of Muppets that exist.
Got a lot of Muppets to burn through.
Okay, Gonzo. I think we've already Gonzo. We're just gonna put him as a Gonzo.
Yeah,
is his type. He is a unique type. What is his class? I think he's like a magic user.
We should make him a sorcerer, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking I think it's a warlock that is like gets their power from like Cthulhu or something, like a dark being. Gonzo, I could see some dark shit going on with him. I'm going to put him as a warlock, and I'm going to say 10 gold.
I agree. And he's the only one that costs that much.
Yeah. Like Gonzo's basically the snitch in Quidditch. If you get Gonzo, it's Dunzo.
So maybe he should be more gold then. 20.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You also gotta like find him.
Yeah, he's also super rare. Like you're not gonna see him until like 20 matches in. He's not even gonna come up. I don't know how many matches is normal, but
yeah, that many.
Yep.
In our game, it's as many as we want.
Okay. Ralph the dog. I think this is another bard because he's always playing that piano. And I'm going to put him at 1 because nobody cares about Ralph. No one's ever cared about Ralph.
He's just there until we get the other dude in there, Fozzie.
Yeah. Okay. So, Scooter, I don't think, we're not even going to put Scooter in. Animal's got to be in there. Everybody loves Animal. Animal? Now, here's the thing about Animal. What the fuck is Animal? I guess he's technically, you would think he would be an animal. You would think if you put Animal down, he would be an animal. But when you look at Animal, you don't say, this is an animal. According to the Wikipedia, Animal is a fictional, wild, and frenzied monster who is a drummer.
Oh, he is a monster. Look at him. He's a monster, totally.
So we're putting him down as monster, even though he's Animal, which is weird. But that's the Muppets. This is what we got into when we went to Disney and was like, yeah, we'll do that. That'll be great. He's a barbarian.
And his special move is he drums on their heads.
See, I pictured him as doing like a Tasmanian devil thing where he just like spins and like creates a huge tornado.
But he has drumsticks.
Okay, drums on head. 5 gold?
Yeah.
5 gold.
Okay, drums on head.
Okay, Pepe the King Prawn. I'll put Pepe in because Pepe is a cool boy, and he's an animal, and he's a fighter, and he's a 1 gold. Most people start off with Pepe and Rizzo. Are Pepe and Rizzo minions? Are they like easy things you fight against?
No. The minions can just be... Who cares?
Okay, and I'm gonna put Rizzo in too because you need those characters that like you start the game with and are like, I guess these aren't my favorites, but this is what I'm starting with.
What about Swedish Chef?
Okay. Yeah, we gotta. Okay, so I went through the main characters, and we're now on supporting characters. We've got Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, which is the band. We're not doing a whole band. That would be a bit much. Statler and Waldorf. I think those bad boys got to be in there, and I think they're 1 character.
Yes.
Those. If people don't know, those are the hecklers that heckle the show from the balcony.
And they're old and grumpy.
Yep. Okay, these are humans.
Good observation.
And what's a class? I'm gonna go sorcerer.
Okay.
Because I know sorcerer's magic comes from charisma skill. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I hope. And those bad boys got so much charisma. They're so good at they damage the other characters with their words. Like,
whoa, insane.
Like the sorcerers do. I think these are high level dudes. Like, these are gonna cost some money.
4.
4? I'm thinking 5. I'm thinking 5. And I also think we should give them a 3rd attribute.
Yes.
And that attribute is
old.
Old. Okay. There's a few old characters we could get in there. Okay. Bunsen Honeydew.
Who dat?
That is the inventor
is that the one
dude.
With the big lips?
It's the inventor dude. It's Bunsen and what's his face? Beaker. Bunsen and Beaker.
Wait, is Beaker the one with the orange hair?
Yes. And he just squeaks.
I love him.
Okay. We'll get Bunsen. Oh, that would actually be really cool. That's something we could do that these other games don't. That like Bunsen and Beaker are separate characters, but if you have both of them on the field at the same time, they like are like 3 times more powerful.
Yeah.
Like they're able to create
They'll put their
invention.
science all over the field.
Yeah, they'll create. If you got both of those on the field, they will create an invention, which will create a third unit on the field.
No. I got that. Okay, my idea. Okay, I had an idea at the same time you did. I was thinking, one of them throws baking soda, one of them throws vinegar, right? So it's useless on its own, but if you have both of them on the field, a volcano erupts all over the enemy team. It'll be sick.
I'm gonna put them as inventor, which is not a D&D class, but we're making it in our game. And how much do they cost? What 4?
Both of them cost 4, which is why it's so hard to get them both. But this volcano, I'm telling you, it's good. It's good.
It's almost Gonzo level. Like if you got Bunsen and Beaker on the field, you might be able to stand around against Gonzo.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
If you can get them to science everywhere fast enough.
Okay. We're going to go through supporting characters. We're not going to get into minor characters on this, but I do want to go over to the Muppet, the Sesame Street characters. Okay.
Big Bird.
No. Okay, so Swedish Chef. Does he make the cut?
Yes.
Okay, Swedish Chef.
He makes the cut with a cleaver.
Swedish Chef. Human. He's a human, and he's a fighter. I'm going to say he's a fighter, and he's 3.
Sure.
Camille the chicken. No, wait, sorry. Sam the eagle.
I don't know these people.
Sam the eagle is the patriotic bald eagle.
So his special ability is America.
Does he make the cut? We're starting with that one. Is he in the game?
I think sure.
Okay. Sam.
He made 2 costs.
Eagle. Human. I'm gonna put him as a paladin. Paladins are very
human.
Or not?
Is he?
Yeah, he's an animal. He's an animal.
Eagle.
He's an eagle.
Good call. Humans, eagles. It's hard.
He's an animal paladin, and he's a 2 cost. He's a low level deal. Camille the chicken, I don't think makes the cut. I think
she can be a 1 cost.
No, see, I feel like
1 costs.
I feel like Camille the chicken is the female chicken that is Gonzo's love interest on the show. Holy shit, this could be. You can only get Gonzo if you have Camille the chicken. Like having Camille the chicken on the field increases your chance of Gonzo showing up in your store.
But you have to play her. You can't just have her on your bench.
Yeah, and she sucks. She is the Magikarp of Muppets Auto Chess.
Yeah, she sucks, dude. She's Fiora.
Camille,
except she doesn't give good puffs.
I'm gonna put her as an animal, and her deal is just chicken. It does nothing, and she. Do we make her cost very little, or do we make her cost a lot?
1.
1?
Just 1 cost.
1 cost, and then it gives you a chance to get Gonzo.
Yeah. You can't get Gonzo without her, but it's still a really low cost with her.
Yeah.
I mean, a really low chance with her.
And she's got like no HP and does no attacks. She just takes up space, but you might get Gonzo. Bobo the bear. I'm just gonna. Oh God, Bobo the bear is he's a big boy though. Oh, he'd be so good. What is Clifford? Clifford is a lavender-colored catfish face, sunglasses-wearing character with multicolored dreadlocks. Now that I think of it, I do remember Clifford. Okay, Bobo the bear will come as DLC. We're cutting it off with there. We already have
Big
Kermit.
Bird.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the Wikipedia article for Sesame Street characters. Okay. So we're going to Sesame Street now. Big Bird.
He's a 5 cost. He's an animal.
Animal and
he's a druid.
Druid, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar the Grouch.
Monster. 3
Austere.
cost.
Okay, you gotta start by saying yes or no to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me that grouch.
Monster, 3 cost, class.
Warlock.
You're gonna have to pull up a D&D class Wikipedia as well.
He's a warlock.
Okay. Yeah, I could see him being a warlock. Okay. They list Bert and Ernie under one category. Do we
They're
separate them
going to
out?
be like Beaker and Bunsen, but they're going to be a little bit less. They're going to be 2 costs.
Okay.
Like, and they work okay apart. You know, like they're not useless apart and OP together. They're just like okay apart, better together.
I think Bert's a little bit better than Ernie.
I think Ernie has a rubber duck, and his super ability has to relate to that because his rubber duck song is my jam.
Wait, I think I forgot which one was Bert and which one's Ernie.
Ernie's the short one. Bert's
Okay.
the tall one.
Yeah,
Bert's
okay,
the jerk.
Okay, then I think Ernie works a little bit better. Like, he's a little bit stronger than Bert.
I think Bert empowers Ernie.
Yeah. I think he makes him stronger, but Bert kind of
Every 1 second, another rubber duck enters the board.
That's a lot. Okay. So they're both humans. What's their class?
Ernie is a summoner of ducks?
Summoner.
Or maybe a druid. I don't know. They summon ducks. He summons ducks.
I'll just put summoner. Okay.
He summons ducks.
And Bert is...
He lives to empower Ernie.
I'm going to put him as a cleric. We haven't had any
Excellent.
clerics.
Excellent.
What was their cost? What's Bert's cost?
Bert's a 1 cost.
Bert's a 1.
Ernie's a 3 cost.
Ernie's 3. Okay.
And you're never going to really want Bert without Ernie.
Yeah. Cookie Monster.
Oh, yes.
I think he's at least a 5 class cost. He's like...
At least. 5 is the top one.
No,
Except for the new one we made.
Yeah, we've got a 20 cost one.
Yeah, that's a special thing.
He's a monster, for sure. Barbarian?
I love him. Yes.
I could see him being
And
a
Swedish
fighter.
Chef can throw cookies at him. Power him up. Special interaction.
I don't think Swedish Chef has ever made cookies.
Well, he will now. You think he can't? It's just below his pay grade.
Okay, next up is Zoe. Is Zoe in there?
Yeah, she's Elmo's friend, I thought.
Yeah, but Zoe is a 3-year-old female monster who is simultaneously dainty and strong, practical and impulsive, and is Elmo's friend. She has a pet rock named Rocco and loves to dance ballet. She was portrayed by Fran Brill from 1993 to 2015. Wow.
I think that's more information than we needed.
Zoe's well, I'm just surprised that Zoe's been around so long. It was past my Sesame Street days, but still around for a while. So Zoe's in there.
Screw Zoe. Skip her.
Oh. Okay, the next one is Rosita. Rosita is a bilingual turquoise 5-year-old female fruit bat who speaks both English and Spanish.
She's a bat?
Apparently, she also plays guitar.
Skip her. I don't remember her.
Oh, wait.
Let's get to the good ones. Where's the count?
Yeah, I've now looking at Rosita, and it says she's a fruit bat. She doesn't look like a fruit bat. Anyway,
No, she
Grover. Grover is in there. He is a monster. I know this because I read the hit book, Monster at the end of this story. And he is 100% a paladin. I have seen him in armor for sure. He'd either be a paladin or fighter, and I could see him having God on his side.
God's on his side. The G in Grover stands for God.
Next up, also, yeah, his deal is he has a transform that turns him into Super Grover. as often happens in the show. Okay. The Count.
He is.
Human?
He's a 5 cost. Human?
Is he
He's
human?
human.
Okay.
I guess
He
used to be.
He's human and animal.
Monster. No, he's a human monster.
No, because he can turn into a bat. He's
Oh
human
my god, he's
and animal.
all of them.
He's human
He
animal.
doesn't have a class. He's a human monster.
No,
animal.
I say he's got to be druid or warlock. He is
Human monster animal. I want that so badly.
Why would he be a monster?
Because vampires are a classic monster.
I guess.
Like werewolves, vampires, whatever.
I still think he's got to have a class so we know what kind of moves he does. Like, where would you put him in the lineup? I can see him mid-level. He's somewhere in the middle of the pack. And...
He's not that great, but he fits so many classes.
Oh, shit.
That's what he's good for.
He is more powerful the more people on the board because he counts them. And he gets stronger for each one he counts.
Yes. He's really strong late game.
I'm going to put him as warlock. And what's his cost?
3.
3? Yeah, yeah, he's like kind of not that great to put in your lineup early on, but you got him in the pack late game. He's gonna wreck shop. He's counting all of them, and he just gets bigger each time he counts. Count Prairie Dawn is a methodical and driven young girl who likes to write and direct pageants featuring her friends. No idea.
Get her out of here.
Elmo.
Yes.
Monster.
He's a cleric.
And
he glows with a godly light.
Cost.
5.
5 cost. Okay. We're now down to the ones I don't know. Abby Kababi.
No.
Julia
I've heard of. We can put her in there.
Julia is the first Muppet with autism on the show, introduced in 2017.
That's why I've heard of her.
I
saw her on the news.
She doesn't have her own Wikipedia article. If she doesn't have her own Wikipedia article, she doesn't make the cut. I can't look at a picture of her. There's also
Snuffleupagus.
Oh shit! Why is he not on here? Huh?
I don't know. I see a picture.
Is Snuffleupagus still in the show?
I don't know.
Oh, it looks like he is still being portrayed, so he exists, and he is a woolly Mathis-like creature. So Snuffle. Why am I trying to actually write this on my notebook? Okay, animal.
Behemoth.
Got it. Cost.
5.
Okay.
He does really little damage, but it is so hard to kill him. It takes like a whole hour.
Usually, like, the timer runs out before you can kill him.
Yeah, usually.
Okay. Is there any other Muppets that need to make the cut? Because I have several pages of Muppets here. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we have a pretty good roster, and we can always add in more characters. I think we've gone really
deep into the nitty-gritty of this.
We have got Kermit, the Animal Paladin, Miss Piggy, the Animal Barbarian, Fozzie, the Animal Bard, Gonzo, the Gonzo Warlock, Ralph, the Animal Bard, Animal, the Monster Barbarian, Pepe, the Animal Fighter, Rizzo, the Animal Fighter. I do think Pepe and Rizzo, if you've got them both together, they buff each other. Because those two little guys are always hanging out, getting up to nonsense.
Sure.
Statler and Waldorf are one character. They are human, sorcerer, and old. There's no other characters that we have given the title of old to. But
We can give that one to the Count, too.
Oh, yeah, the Count is for sure.
He has like 5 traits now.
Yeah. Okay. Bunsen, human inventor. Beaker, human inventor. Swedish
Bunsen
chef.
can be old, too. Swedish chef isn't old enough.
Okay. We got
Why
some
are you
old.
writing all this down?
Because then we can give it to R&D to make this game.
Okay.
Bunsen's human inventor old. Beaker is just human inventor. Swedish chef, human fighter. Sam Eagle, animal paladin. Camille the chicken, animal chicken. Big Bird, animal druid. Should we get rid of chicken and she's just straight animal? Camille the chicken. She doesn't have anything but being an animal. That's it. Yep.
Yes. She balances how the Count has like 5.
Yeah. Big Bird is animal druid. Oscar the Grouch is monster warlock. Bert is human cleric. Ernie is human summoner. Cookie Monster is monster barbarian. Grover, monster paladin. Transforms into Super Grover. Wrote that down. The Count is a human animal monster warlock old. Elmo is a monster cleric. And Snuffleupagus is a animal behemoth. And that is all of the characters for our auto chess, and you just plug that into the auto chess formula. We don't really have to do the work of making the game. We just need to make the characters, and we did that.
Done. You're welcome, world.
Okay. What video game that we made today are we putting on the cover?
Guitar Zero.
I support that idea, even though we spent an insane amount of time figuring out the Muppets. Guitar Zero has some would be a fun game to play.
I think Guitar Zero is a better game, but Muppets Auto Chess makes a better picture.
Yeah, I feel like we could get more people to play Muppets Auto Chess. They just see Muppets and they'll be all about that. And Auto Chess are just like easy, fun. You don't need to do any stuff. But the real gamer's gonna play Guitar Zero.
Yeah, let's do Guitar Zero. I'm proud of it. Like it. You doubted it, and I birthed it into the world.
Yep.
As a good game.
You did all the hard work on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. What other things need to be said?
Buy our stuff.
Hey, guys, go to lastgeek.com/store to buy this shirt.
I'm on it. I'm the one on the left.
I'm also on it. It's available in many colors, and it feels very, very good. It's also available on hoodies and posters and stickers, and it's dope, and we would really appreciate you wearing it and saying it's your favorite podcast. Yep, our faces are on it. Also, when you're wearing it, you can go, hey, you see this cool thing? It's a podcast. You should listen to it. It helps people hear about which Muppets would be different D&D characters. Beckers, how would you sell this podcast to people? What would you tell them?
What I tell them? I would say, listen to my podcast. I'm on it.
Okay. Imagine you're someone who wasn't on the podcast and you had to tell them why to listen to Game Mate Corp.
Listen to that podcast. Beckers is on it.
Great. That'll work. Okay, I think that's all the content we have for you this week. And just a reminder, I don't think we've mentioned this. Hey, if you live in the Minneapolis area, we are going to be doing a live show at 2DCon. It is the second to last weekend of August. I'm going to look up the exact dates for you.
The August time.
It is August 23rd to 25th in Minneapolis. You can go to 2dcon.net to find all the information about it. But we will be doing a panel/live show. We would appreciate if you can come out and support us. we're not officially on the schedule. Like, we're doing the panel. We just don't know when yet. So just stay tuned for that. Yep, that's everything. Thank you for listening to us talk about all the Muppets for an unreasonable amount of time. And remember, have fun.